Hi, welcome to NUTV's Bracketdome. We usually do this for March Madness every year, but with that having been cancelled, we shifted it to the NHL Playoffs. We had a bunch of NUTV members pick who they think is going to win the Stanley Cup, as well as each of the series. We have a bunch of them here today to talk about how they've done their picks and who they think is going to win. Who is your pick for the Stanley Cup champion?
My Stanley Cup winner is the Colorado Avalanche. No real reason. I just thought they were going to win.
I also picked Colorado.
My pick is the Colorado Avalanche. They scored a ton of goals and they had one of the best defenses in the league.
A lot of people picked them to win, so I feel pretty good about it.
I had the Washington Capitals.
I picked the Capitals, and we already lost. I picked it because it was my state. That's it.
They're my favorite team, and I would never go against my favorite team.
Well, I picked the Bruins because I am not a fake fan who doesn't have faith. Unless we're talking about the certain baseball team that resides in Boston, but we're not. We're talking about hockey.
I choose the Vegas Golden Knights. They actually went to the Stanley Cup before, and they did a pretty decent job.
Hello? Is Tom froze? I think Tom.
Yeah, he's froze.
Sorry about that. Wi-Fi was crappy. The New York Islanders.
Oh, I picked the New York Islanders because I live in Long Island, unfortunately.
What? Fortunate. Greatest island in the world.
What?
I picked them because my dad was an Islanders fan. It would make him very happy if they won. Dad, if you're watching, this one's for you.
I picked the Blues because I liked the logo, and I looked at their stats from the past year, and they looked okay, so I went with them.
I had the Flyers winning the whole thing. I don't know, they looked really hot from qualifying round. The top point producers have not been doing much, but the fact that they're doing this well without that is kind of scary.
Flyers, mostly because a good friend of mine, really big Flyers fan, sort of convinced me on it.
I picked the Flyers because back in 03 or 04, Lego released Lego hockey players, and I got a Flyers guy.
Of course.
So I picked the Flyers.
So are you guys a fan of that team or a different team?
Obviously, I'm not a Flyers fan. I hate them with most inches of my body. I also kind of hope that there'd be an energy of if I pick them, I jinx them a bit.
I'm from Long Island, so I'm an Islanders fan. I did not have enough faith in my team, but I am slowly being proved wrong.
I'm a fan of the Washington Capitals. In the bubble, they looked really bad, so I wasn't super confident in picking them.
I'm a New Jersey Devils fan. Unfortunately, we're not all lucky enough to have a team in the playoffs.
My family is big Bruins fans. I wanted to pick a team that I didn't know.
Oh, I like them. They're building a stadium. It's pretty close to me.
I'm not really a Flyers fan, but I guess I'm in close proximity to them. I'm in central Jersey, so
David, don't reveal your location on camera.
Just got doxxed. Oh. I know.
Have you guys been watching the games?
I loved the first few weeks of the return to play because it was basically March Madness, but hockey. Hockey was on from 12 until 1:30 a.m. every day, and it was so nice.
For me, I watched almost all the play-in games, so I was kind of burnt out by the time that they actually started.
If something's on and I have nothing else to do, I'll watch. Or there's a quadruple overtime, I'll put it on.
I did watch that. Was it quadruple or 5 overtime?
I saw the 5 overtime Columbus Blue Jackets and Tampa Bay Lightning team.
Oh yeah, I think I caught overtimes 4 and 5 of that.
I haven't watched any of them yet, but I feel a little bit bad about that because I said I would.
I have not watched any of them. I just see if I win or not.
It's really what I'm hoping for. If we get into a 6 overtime, they drop the second puck, and then if they get to 7th overtime, then 5 pucks are in play. I know it's probably not true, but I read it on the internet, which means it is true.
And then I watched first Canucks Knights game. The Canucks are my dark horse team here.
It's been some good games so far. Islanders look scary. Flyers look scary. Vegas looks really scary. Everyone looks scary.
I just want to see more pucks. Hockey with 1 puck, I get it. We've seen it before. Hockey with 2 pucks. Now you're bringing me back in.
So do you guys have a favorite game so far, or any game that was particularly memorable?
Bruins game 3 in the first round against the Hurricanes. 2-0 comeback in the third.
The comeback game 3 or whatever was fun too, because I wasn't able to watch until last period. That was the best period to watch. I did enjoy seeing Pro cry when the Caps lost. That was funny.
The Avs games against the Coyotes, the last few, where they just kind of pummeled them.
The 5 overtime game was extremely historical and impressive.
It's hard to top that without bringing in the second puck, obviously.
Has a particular player performed well for your bracket?
I mean, for me, it's got to be Islanders left winger Anthony Beauvillier. He had 2 goals in the first game that I was able to look up the box score for, and he's my new favorite player. He's carrying the Isles all the way to the Stanley Cup. I'm just sure of it.
I don't know anyone's name.
For our team, I mean, playoff Krejci is unmatched.
Yeah, playoff Krejci is so great that you picked the Bruins to lose in 5 in the first series.
If you had to sit there and watch every one of our round robin games,
I saw them play.
For the Bruins, I'm actually very impressed by Patrice Bergeron right now. He's doing very well for the Bruins, scoring a lot of goals, basically being like a captain.
Bergeron, literally just. I have dreams about that amazing, handsome man.
He already listed like every single Bruins player.
Whichever Islander is the youngest, that is also from New York. That's the one that's doing the best.
The Islanders only have 5 Americans on their team. 2 of their players are from Michigan. One's from Missouri. Nick Leddy is from Minnesota. And Anders Lee is from Minnesota, so you have no players from New York.
So much for a New York team.
Bunch of Canadians.
Have any of the players that you expected to play well underperformed?
I see that the Northeastern player, Adam Gaudette, has only played 4 games in the playoffs. Maybe it's because he's not very good, but...
Whoa.
Maybe
you can't say that.
I'm sorry. Maybe they should play him more.
I'm disappointed in the coach for not putting him as the first line.
Sorry, David, but I think I actually just got an email that Northeastern is kicking you out because you said that. Sorry.
Yeah, they were listening to the Zoom call.
Bye. Not seeing the Caps Savon definitely hurt my bracket a lot. But, like I said, gotta see some friends cry, so that's funny.
So mean.
The reason I think the Caps shit the bed, pardon my French, underperformed is mostly because their star players underperformed. Definitely TJ Oshie, Ilya Kovalchuk. He's supposed to be like a power play god, and he really did nothing.
I hope the kids are having fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's what hockey's all about, just scanning around, having fun.
Yeah, just cut my entire answer.
The entirety of the Washington Capitals, I had them going to my Stanley Cup. We have a lot of Washington Capitals fans in the Hockey Dome this year. They've been, whispering sweet nothings in my ear, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to believe in this team. And they let me down. So, yeah, that entire team.
They let us all down, yeah.
Entire team.
What do you mean whispering sweet nothings?
How do you feel about how your bracket is performing so far?
Good. I mean, I'm shocked I'm doing so well. I'm tied for first, I think. One of my teams is out, and that was the team I picked to go all to win. So that's definitely going to hit me. But I'm very happy about where I am now.
I feel cautiously optimistic because my 2 finals teams are still in.
I definitely could be doing better, but I have the 2 teams that are in my Stanley Cup finals still in. So I consider that a win for now.
I wish I was doing better. I'm not, so I'm just disappointed all around.
I'm not doing very well, but I predicted against the popular opinion for the Islanders, so that's pretty good. The rest of them have been very bad, but that's fine because my New York Islanders are still alive, so they can still win the entire thing.
How could you not love my bracket with how it looks right now? I mean, I picked the Avs advanced. I picked the Islanders advanced. Got the most potential points in the entire thing. Tied for second place right now, which, as we all know, is actually the best.
Caps are probably my biggest L. I knew I was taking an L on the Bruins, so.
Oh, and you were the only person, I just checked through all of them, to get all of the Western Conference correct in the first round. All the favorites but the Canucks over the Blues, which I don't think many people had.
I thought the Blues looked like garbage, honestly, when they were playing in the round robin stuff.
Yeah, I'm fairly confident nobody else had watched the Blues play.
I only watched them play because I like to see them lose.
For someone who doesn't watch hockey, I only got 2 series wrong so far. I'm kind of disappointed, though. I should have picked Dallas over Calgary because I didn't realize this at the time, but Dallas was also a part of that Lego release back in 03-04. I just never got that set, so I didn't know.
Are you surprised by any of the teams?
The Canucks are the big surprise. They scored like 8 goals in one game, I think, or something like that. They're just a hugely high-powered offense.
Colorado Avalanche. I don't know much about them, but they're playing pretty well offensively. Also, I say Dallas is also pretty surprising.
the New York Islanders for doing very well. Because when I saw it first and everyone voted against them, I thought my bracket was dead. But it turns out it was not.
Yeah, I was going to say the Capitals. I mean, I know they have Ovechkin.
I mean, the only reason why I picked Capitals too was like they won the Stanley Cup, I heard. So I was like, oh, hope.
And maybe it is because of my exposure to Pearl on Twitter, where I just see all the Cap stuff, and I just assume that they're really good because of my constant exposure to them anytime I see her tweet something.
I am kind of surprised that the Bruins made it through. The Hurricanes swept the Rangers, so they had a lot of momentum compared to Boston, who kind of also crapped the bed.
So I thought the Bruins were going to be hot garbage, and, I was stocking up on, anything I need to cry.
I wanted to have faith in the Bruins, but I was surprised how quickly they turned it around, honestly.
So if you guys could go back and pick again, would you pick any differently?
I wouldn't do a thing differently.
No.
Nope.
Satisfied
I'm very confident.
If I were to go back, I'd choose all the correct ones and get rid of all the wrong ones.
I'd pick them all correctly this time. Can you make me go first so that I look really smart and make Tommy look super dumb?
Okay, Emma, note that Zach goes first.
Yeah, Emma, note that if you're doing them back to back, I would like to humbly request that I go before Tommy.
I probably would have had my roommate's bunny pick it. I feel like that would have just got the good vibes going.
I wish I didn't pick Calgary. That's the only one where I was I should have just gone with the higher seed. And I was trying to be let's predict the upset.
I would definitely have more faith in the Islanders.
Yeah, same. Yeah, the Islanders seem like they're doing something good this time.
I can't say that I would do much differently. I still am riding Avs all the way to the finals.
I think if I had known that the Blues had won the Stanley Cup last year, I definitely wouldn't have picked them.
Oh, I would have picked the Avalanche versus the Wolf one. Now I feel really embarrassed that red side.
You're on the red side of the slideshow.
Yeah. Then it's not as bad.
I'm sorry, Aamir. I'm sorry.
The one before that, the Knights
The
one.
Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah. I think only Carly picked against them. And then that one was 4-1. So it wasn't as embarrassing as that one. But it was still...
Wow.
I'm not trying to be...
Really? Coming at me.
Throwing shade.
No, I'm just saying it's not as bad as it could have gotten, but it was still a very unpopular pick.
And what are you guys looking forward to next round, if anything?
Looking forward to hopefully the Islanders, proving they're no longer the underdog with Trotz on their side.
If the Flyers get knocked off, as a Bruins fan, I'd be really happy. But as a man who made a bracket with them in the final, I would not. But I think that'd be exciting either way. I'd love to see them get knocked.
The Lightning Boston series, I think that'll be good. And also the Flyers Islanders. I don't know how much I'm going to watch of it, but I'm excited to see what happens.
The Colorado Avalanche, hopefully moving on and winning it all. Otherwise, my bracket is doomed.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen with the Lightning, just because I have them going so far.
I have 2 teams left, so I'm hoping for those 2 to prosper.
Hopefully a Canucks upset.
You could call it a Canuck upset.
I'm excited for my next interview.
Game 7's always fun, so hopefully we see the series go a little longer. Also, just to draw out the postseason, because, when this ends, I just have to watch baseball, and I don't want to do that right now.
Now, this is the hat trick question. Zach, you go first.
Wait, what's the question? I just heard this is the hat trick question. Hold on, I'm gonna need a moment.
That's it.
I hope he's getting a hat.
All right, I got a hat. Watch. Here. It's a hat trick because I go in and there's a lobster inside of it, and that's the hat trick.
Sorry, what does this mean? I'm very confused.
It's a hockey term where the player goes and pulls the lobster out of a hat.
Let me see.
You going?
Where is he going?
Choose my hat.
Mm-hmm.
What's inside the hat?
A lobster.
Hat trick or not?
You don't have a hat. Don't have a trick.
Hat trick or nah? he wrote hat tricks question. I know that's a term in hockey, and then didn't finish out writing the questions.
A hat trick to me means a player scores 3 goals and people throw hats on the ice.
I've always wondered, all the fans in the stands will chuck their hats onto the ice. Do they get them back? And is that a thing that happens after the game?
I don't know. I think my biggest pick for a hat trick would probably be who's the dude on the Canucks? Nope. Adam Gaudette.
Bo Horvat.
Yeah, if there's a Gaudette hat trick, I'll cry.
Would you like to trash talk your opponents?
I mean, I can't really trash talk if I'm already losing.
Who's above me? Let's see. Cassie, Nat, and who's I have no faith.
Owen.
Yeah, fuck Owen.
Damn.
Couldn't even win best rookie sports member.
In every other sport, I talk so much shit. When it comes like playoff time in hockey, I'm so superstitious. I don't want to say anything.
Go Devils. I know they're not in, but go Devils.
All the people who picked the Islanders, that's totally not cool. My other trash talk is I hate the Bruins because I hate Boston sports.
I'll refrain from the trash talk and let my bracket do the talking.
I really like all the people that are in front of me. I would feel bad about trash talking them.
The fact that I'm beating people who actually watch hockey, I hate to say it, but you need to reevaluate what's going on.
I guess
That's gonna bite me in the butt when I'm like in ninth in a couple weeks.
I really like all the names. Everyone did a really good job picking names, so you can't really tell. Oh, right. That's what you asked for.
I'm pretty sure that everybody else's bracket besides for mine is worse than the Red Sox. My trash.
Oh, that's a scathing review.
That's it for Bracketdome this week. Be sure to tune in after the third round of the playoffs to see our next video.
Emma, don't put me in the video, Emma.
I just have a couple more Al Horford questions if we could.